Why, hello there! Welcome to Minecraft Hardcore. Today I am gonna be putting myself through an enormous amount of pain by draining out an entire ocean monument and turning it into a guardian farm. This is also gonna give me an incredible amount of anxiety because I'm in hardcore. So that just makes things so much more worse. I can't even talk anymore. But that aside, we know what draining an ocean monument includes. We've all watched at least one video of someone draining an ocean monument. First, we need a ton of sand because we need to make a little perimeter around this. Now, unlike most creators, I am not very creative. So instead of making some fancy shape like an octagon, hexagon, or a circle, I'm just gonna make a basic square around it. Now also, unlike your typical creator, I am no peasant. I am not about to go spend 15 hours shoveling up sand just so I can drain this ocean monument. No, I am rather just gonna dupe it. Actually, this is all just actually an excuse because I'm too lazy to do physical work even if it is in a video game. Alright, so after going AFK for around about 1 hour, I now have 20 shulker boxes of sand. So we can start building a little perimeter around that square that I was talking about. But there is one problem. So you see all of the kelp just on top of the ocean monument? When you place when you place sand on top of kelp and you let it fall, the kelp breaks the sand, meaning if I can dump all 20 of those shulker boxes of sand onto one kelp plant, just one kelp, and it will all do absolutely nothing. It will all just be dropped and broken into entities. So first we need to clear out all of the kelp around the ocean monument. But to do that, I'm going to use potions. So I have some night vision and invisibility potions. But I also want water breathing, and for water breathing I need pufferfish. So I got myself a really good fishing rod, and we're gonna fish for some pufferfish. Right, so now that we have all the potions, I can go clear out all of the kelp at the ocean monument. But first, I want to explain some stuff, since as soon as I start the time lapse, you're not gonna see me or hear from me until the entire ocean monument is drained. That's because I'm gonna be making one massive time lapse, because that's just more satisfying. So what I'm gonna do, here is my plan on how to drain it. First, I'm gonna make the square around the ocean monument. Then I'm gonna divide that square into a grid of smaller squares, and each smaller square will be a 6x6. So that's like that's like the length of one side, a 6x6 square, and then I'm going to make a grid of those 6x6 squares. And then I'm going to take sponges, which I have a lot of, because in my previous episode, when I was gathering materials for the multi-item sorters, I went and raided a bunch of ocean monuments. This one is one of the ones I raided, so there's no Elden Guardians there anymore. And I gathered a ton of sponges, because I needed them for the storage system, the multi-item sorter, but I ended up having too much fun and gathered more than I actually needed. So we have a ton of sponges to use, and we also have these redstone components. This is going to be a sand pusher. You set it up in a specific way, and then it automatically pushes the sand for you. It just makes draining out the ocean monument a lot easier. So that's all I had to say. Now let's start the massive one gigantic time lapse. So now that everything has been drained, now we're going to start building the Guardian farm. But to do that, we're going to need to have a more flattened out area. This is not good for a Guardian farm. First we need to clear out the area, and we're going to do that by doing a little bit of mining using our efficiency 5 pickaxe and the haste 2 effect which we got from the beacon, which is always a ton of fun. And now that the area is all cleared out, we can now easily build the Guardian farm, and that is what we're going to do right now. Now, this isn't the fastest Guardian farm out there. In fact, it's really not that efficient at all. It produces a good amount, but there are a lot of ones that are better than it. But I'm not building this for efficiency, because I can just AFK overnight and then get more than what I need. So I'm more building this Guardian farm because of all the designs that I looked up, this one just looks the coolest. And there you have it, the Guardian farm is now complete. Now I have to say, this was not nearly as hard as I was expecting. So I was expecting this to be a lot more difficult and a lot more challenging, but it wasn't. Not even training the Ocean Monument was that hard of a task. Probably because I made it a square instead of some cool shape like a circle, but whatever, it's done. It is working, very good actually. Okay, that's a hotkey. It is working. I would like it to be faster, but it is still producing way more than I feel I'll ever need. I don't think I'm ever gonna build like a massive pyramid just made out of prismarine. So I don't think I'm gonna need a lot more than what this produces. So if we just sit here for a little while, you can see every now and again they drop. This sorting system isn't even necessary with the droppers and then the observers. I was expecting this thing to give a lot more drops, especially after I saw how many Guardians spawn into one tank when I started building the tanks. But in fact, it's actually not that fast, but it still gives me quite a good amount of stuff. So you can see, yeah, that's more than I feel I'll ever need. And that was from, I think like 30 minutes of AFK. So one overnight session is gonna last me quite a long time. And then we also have this nice little feature where we just, boom. Now it's manual, so now I can get XP from this. Now, I don't feel I'm ever going to use this. I feel I'm just going to use the automatic, since I have a lot better XP from than what this is. So this is all done, nice and functioning, and yeah, I don't really have much else to say. That's it. Video done. Thank you very much for watching. Wrong camera. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it, and you should subscribe, because in my next video I'm going to be building an iron farm. I think. I'm pretty sure.